Hello Aries, welcome back to my channel. This is Skeleton Key Tarot and this is a tarot card reading for Aries. All Aries placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Wherever you've got Aries in your chart or in your life, there's something in this message for you. And as always, cross watchers are welcome here too. So let's begin. Messages for Aries, please. What does Aries need to know? So at the bottom of the deck, we do have the Two of Pentacles. This is really great. What this reading is telling me right now is that you've made some serious decisions about your financial future, and the things that you've invested in are increasing in value. You may have Taurus placements in your chart, or maybe Capricorn, possibly Virgo. But what I'm really getting is a connection with the Taurus energy, the reading I just did for them, where they had a similar message and I felt a connection to Aries in that reading. There might be something in that for you if you have Taurus placements, but it looks like your assets, the value of your property, something that you've inherited or invested in, or you've earned this money, you've put it in a bank account or an IRA or a 401k, or you bought crypto, or you've got stocks or something that it's increasing in value, your property, your land, your home. I'm getting that you may even get a promotion, or you get a raise, or you get this money. Somebody serious in a position of authority, financially speaking, very stable, very secure, property owner, business owner, boss type energy, decision maker, unemotional, very logical, totally rational, totally reasonable. This is somebody who's educated, who's learned a lot of hard lessons in her life and has learned from experience the right and wrong way to do things. You know, her decision comes from a serious place of, I would even say, wisdom or experience. The decisions that she makes, it's like I'm getting the sense of an older person, or somebody who has like an old soul, or like is very mature. I'm seeing a mature older person. I'm seeing a woman. It could be a woman or man. You know, I'm just seeing the energy of somebody who is very decisive, and she also is very self-reliant. I'm getting somebody here is listening to their own mind, their own choices, their own decisions, their own logic. They follow their own judgment, their own... It's like they're not listening to other people, not really. I think they think that they're smarter than most people. That might actually be true. This person I'm now connecting with is very intelligent, and I feel like they seem to think that the people around them, like their family or their friends or even their colleagues, are not as smart as they are. And it's rare for them to really learn something from one of their peers. This is somebody who is educated in their own way. Even if they're self-taught, they're very selective, but they're very expert in their specialty, and their focus on growing their finances has been very profitable, very lucrative for this person. So the proof is in the pudding, right? The proof is in the results, and they're getting the results. So I feel like they had to kind of ignore other people's opinions in order to get these results. If they had followed other people's advice, then they wouldn't have gotten the same result. They'd just be in the same place that those other people are. I get that this person's very judgmental. Even if they keep it to themselves, they look at other people and they judge their clothes, their lifestyle, their habits, their money. And if you don't have a lot of money, this person is saying, if you don't have a lot of money, then who are you to tell me what to do with mine and how to make a lot of money? Like, you can't tell me how to make money if you don't have any in your own bank account. Like, you know, like if you have $400 in your bank account, you cannot tell me how I'm about to make $400,000, right? Like, okay, you can tell me whatever you want. It's a free country, I guess. You can speak your mind. You have your opinion. But like, they're not, this person that I'm connecting to is not listening to those opinions, because they seem to think that they are uneducated, that they couldn't possibly know what they're talking about. And actually, they might be right. So it's kind of rude to like say that to somebody, like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm definitely going to do probably the opposite of whatever you say, because you obviously are not an expert. You are not an authority in this field. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're doing. You do not have the results that I want. So I'm not going to do what you did because I don't want to end up where you are. That's a rude thing to say to somebody, but I get that this is what this person, this Queen of Wands, nope, Queen of Swords character. Okay, this is Aries, so I was just gonna say, if she's got fire sign in her chart, then she's a little bit more likely to maybe say it out loud. I don't know if this Queen of Swords actually says these things out loud, or if this is just what she's thinking. Maybe sometimes she's like says a little bit out loud, but I get the sense that she's matured past that phase where she doesn't really need to tell people what she really thinks of them. She's comfortable behind a mask because she doesn't want to argue. She doesn't want to get into it. She doesn't want to waste her time. So she sees it as a waste of time to try to like debate people or argue with people or try to explain herself to people who just are never going to get it, in her opinion. And I mean, whoever this is, whether it's by your own work or you're marrying somebody who's very wealthy, or you could be getting an inheritance or some kind of windfall of money, but there's this money path opening up. There's this career path opening up, and it's very lucrative. Your stocks are rising. Your assets are more valuable. They're appreciating in value. There's land that you bought that's now worth, $30,000 more than you paid for it, or the house that you bought 10 years ago, right? You bought a house 10 years ago, now it's worth double what you paid for it or something. It's giving financial expansion and growth and a good trajectory. Okay, so yeah, there is a love question here as well. So that's what the finances look like for whoever I'm picking up on. And the love question with the Page of Cups, and I see underneath we've got Seven of Swords, Ace of Cups, the Fool, the Hermit. Okay, this may be somebody who's a little bit frustrated with being alone and being by themselves. I mean, they can be alone. They're good at being alone. They are not codependent on people, but at the same time, as things are changing for the better in their health and their finances, it looks like, okay, it looks like they want to go towards something new, and they're trying to figure out how that's going to happen. And I get the sense of a very frustrated energy, like looking at themselves, self-reflection. There's again this wisdom here of being a little bit older, more mature, more experienced, more serious, more established and stable. But at the same time, paradoxically, it's also getting harder to meet people for whatever reason, because maybe because as you get older, for a lot of people, they experience this, that, you get older, it's hard to meet people. I'm picking up on that energy where somebody is thinking about this. Somebody feels that way. But there's also a new love here, okay? There's a new love offer with the Ace of Cups, the Fool, the Page of Cups. And it's like there's something risky about it. There's something uncertain about it. There are some negative expectations about this. I think somebody does have a difficult past. They still kind of have bitter feelings about it, or indifference. They're aloof. They're emotionally aloof. This person, now I'm connecting to somebody, could be the same person, different person. Somebody's emotionally aloof and very logical and logic oriented, and logistics are more important, and financial considerations weigh heavily in on the decisions that they make in relationships and in love. But at the same time, they want love. See, and there's the Three of Swords and the Devil. It's like there's a Five of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords. It's like somebody always feels like they don't have enough. There's suffering, sorrow, heartbreak, loss, and a difficulty making decisions here. There's stress. There may have been a love affair. There's a love affair going on. Okay, like could be a third party, somebody who's married but is also Three of Swords. Like, I don't know. Maybe they want to get out of a marriage or a situation that they don't want to be in anymore, but they don't see a way out of it, but they're trying to figure it out, trying to maybe sneak away or get away with something or sneak out or sneaking around, keeping this to themselves, not telling anybody what they're doing, keeping it very quiet, but at the same time, there is a lot of negative expectations here. So that's not going to apply to everybody. I want you to take it as it resonates, of course. Whichever part of this applies to you, you will know. We can do a personal reading to get into a personal details of this. This is just a general, so it's going to apply in different ways to different people. But if you wanted a personal reading, you could email me. I might just end up leaving it there. It just looks like somebody's lonely, and there maybe it's you, maybe you're lonely, or you're dealing with somebody lonesome, a Capricorn or Aquarius or Virgo, somebody who is different or eccentric or a loner or introvert. And there's a lot going on here. Yeah, there's the Page of Swords and the Devil. Okay, the High Priestess. You probably already know who this is. You probably already have some kind of connection to this person, and there are affectionate feelings here, especially on their side of the equation. I get somebody, oh, this is like that obsessed person again. There's the Page of Swords and the Devil. I did a reading like this for you, Aries, where there's somebody who was obsessed, like watching, scouting, looking at you, thinking about you all the time, like really wants to talk to you, feels compelled to go towards you. They feel like their intuition is leading them to you. You know intuitively that they're going to come towards you. There's the High Priestess, the Chariot, and the Eight of Wands. You already know that this person's going to reach out and message you, and they want to express how they feel. Their emotions and their intuition is guiding them and compelling them to want to come towards you, to talk to you, to share their they might want to apologize. For some of you, it could be somebody who wants to apologize with the Page of Cups, but they definitely want to share their emotions and their feelings. There's a connection here with the Ace of Cups. It could be a new love relationship that you're going towards. There's something risky about it. There's something brand new and unknown. Stepping into an unknown situation. I don't know why this is. Is it at a distance? Is this somebody at a distance and they have to travel? It looks like travel is involved. So it could be somebody that feels left out or somebody that misses you very much. And they're still attached. So there's this attachment here, but there's also this feeling like they don't know what to do. There's a lot of interference, a lot of mental noise, overthinking, but there's super focused, like fixated on thinking about how to approach you, how to come through this situation, to be with you or to be together, they want this Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. This is a new relationship. Okay, this is somebody who is keeping a lot to themselves. This is somebody who's quite introverted, but at the same time, it doesn't mean that they don't ever express themselves. It's just that they internalize a lot of their experience. So it won't always be totally obvious what's going on with them while they're busy internalizing their experience, right? Like, I get that they keep a lot to themselves until they're ready to talk about it, or I don't know. We could get into it, but it just looks like somebody is still thinking about this. They don't want to miss out. There's like a fear of missing out. They feel so strongly. They really do feel compelled. There's a strong desire. It's physical, but it's also this like emotional or spiritual aspect as well, because it means something to them. It's not just the gratification of pleasure, although that is involved very much, a very physical connection. It's also like it means something to their heart. You know, it's gotten some kind of meaning to it. It feels more significant than that. Like in their mind, they've made it into something that's a little bit more significant than that. Otherwise, why would they be so focused? Why would they be so up in their head about this? I think they are overthinking it a little bit. It's not that complicated. It's just, it's just feelings. You know what I mean? Like, I get that this person doesn't have this experience all the time, but when they do, it's very powerful. So they don't meet a lot of people that they're attracted to. They don't meet a lot of people that they like. This is, again, somebody who, this is also somebody who feels very strange or like an outsider, very eccentric or different, or a very intelligent person. I think they're very intelligent. I think they're very up in their head. They think a lot. They're a thinking type of person, and judgmental as well. Like they are also judgy. Like both of these energies are like that, where they are analytical and they focus their lens on themselves and others. And sometimes, you know, they see things and they can be very, very honest about those things that they see. They're not always very considerate of emotions. It's like, but that's not to say they don't have any or that things don't carry significance or something like that. Okay, I don't want to continue psychoanalyzing this person right now because I'm not even an expert at that sort of thing. I just am picking up on this energy. This is what's coming through the cards today. That these two actually are similar in some ways, where this person who's obsessed or who's just like thinking a lot about this and has very strong feelings, wants to come forward, feels compelled, a lot of desire, you know, this person overthinking a little bit, I think, doesn't know what to do. There's a lot of interference, isn't sure how it's going to work out, doesn't 100% trust either. It does not trust easily, not sure you're even real. They're like there's a too good to be true. Is it too good to be true? Do you even like me? Why do you even, yeah, it's strange. It's strange like that. Like they kind of don't believe it. Like they don't believe how they feel. There's a conflict between the heart and the mind. The heart wants what it wants, but the mind is undercutting it or undermining it, right? Like cutting through it, or like the mind is coming up with all sorts of reasons why it's not gonna work or this or that, and it's impossible. It can't be true. You want something that's unrealistic, you know, there's all these reasons why you can't have it or something. There's a lot of interference in the mind, but they can't stop thinking about it. They can't stop thinking about you. You can't stop thinking about them. And I get the sense, once again, that there's an idealizing here. Like you are an ideal to them and they want to come closer. They're very inspired to come closer, and they're going to. I get the sense that one of these people is just waiting, and the other one is working up the courage or figuring out what they're going to say, thinking about what they're going to say next time you see each other. So the one is just relaxing, trusting life, you know, is curious and wants to know, is receptive. I get that one person is quite receptive, open to this, but is not forcing it and is not looking for it and is not even really inviting it so much as just being almost neutrally open but kind of neutral, not indifferent, but like aloof. Somebody's kind of aloof, you know, they're a little bit indifferent but a little bit curious at the same time because they want a relationship too, and they're both kind of questioning each other. They're in their own head, like questioning, is this the person that I think it is? Is this my person? Is this somebody that I want to be with? But I think there's mutual curiosity, and they both are open-minded to want to see where this is going. And the other one feels highly compelled, very, very strong desire, and is just figuring out exactly what they're going to say because they have so much going on in their mind. It's like they're excited about it, and there's something rebellious about it. There's something risky about it. They're opening up. They're taking a leap of faith, right? But they don't really entirely have faith. They're just like, so they're just trying to they're working on what they're going to say. They're figuring out what they're going to say, how they're going to say it, what they're going to do. They're going to do something. They're absolutely going to take action. I think they're overcoming a lot of negative expectations within their own mind. I think they have certain insecurities or certain things that they feel like they're not good enough, or they wish they were better, or something is not, I guess, ideal for them. This may be complicated, or there's something about it that's taboo or forbidden, or it might just be like they're intimidated, or they are There's like a psychic connection here as well. You're both feeling it. You both feel like there is something between you. So I don't know what they're afraid of or what's interfering or what's holding them back, but we could get into it in a personal reading if you wanted to. I think I'm going to leave it there for the tarot. We're going to get a couple of tea leaf cards before we go, but that's the message today. Somebody, again, is seriously thinking about you. They really miss you. They want you. They are trying to overcome their own negative expectations, negative thinking. Maybe they've got some bad habits, or there's health issues, or like money issues, or something that they're dealing with. Could be some kind of addiction recovery situation. Something is definitely interfering with them saying and doing exactly how they feel. But that said, they still are coming towards you. They still want to find a way to figure it out, to talk about it. It's only a matter of time. The Seven of Pentacles right there. They're waiting for the right time to talk to you, to come forward towards you. It's only a matter of time before they do. They are still thinking about it. They're analyzing it. They're assessing the situation. They're trying to like figure you out, maybe from a distance. Like they're watching you online, or they're trying to figure you out, and it's taking time. And got a lot of sevens here. There just feels like a very slow energy, and it's like they want to nurture this thing, but they don't want to take it too fast. But they don't want it to take it slow necessarily either, because here they come towards you very, very directly. Direct, open, honest communication coming straight towards you. Maybe there's a reason why they have to wait. They're waiting for something to happen, or they're waiting to hear from you, or you're waiting to hear from them, or there's a reason to wait. Like there's a need for, I've got 777 here. I've got 88. 5 and 3 is also an 8. 2, 2. I don't know. There just seems to be a reason. Maybe it's a valid reason. Maybe it's just like they're waiting for some money to come in so that they can... But look, the 10 of Cups is here. This is what they're dreaming of, but something has to change. Some big changes in their life to get what they want. All right. I'm going to leave that there. Let's get some tea leaf cards to confirm and clarify this reading for Aries, please. We've got the Tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. Yeah, that's their 7 of Pentacles, slowly. 5 of Pentacles, it's like they're working on some money. They're waiting for some money, working on building up their finances so that they can feel better about coming towards you, or they're working on their health. But they're slowly but surely getting ahead. So there are good changes being made in the right direction. It's just slow. We got a fair woman, dealing or relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. Yeah, that's what I was seeing earlier with the Queen of Swords in the beginning of the reading. There was like, I saw her as an older woman with like gray hair or white hair even. Okay, that's interesting. That could definitely confirm and clarify for some of you if you're dealing with somebody like that. Great worry over nothing. Yeah, somebody is so worried over nothing. It's not even that bad. It's really not as bad as you think it is. With the 7 and an 8 of Swords and all of this, it's like somebody's so worried. And this card is saying and reiterating and confirming and clarifying that it's really not that bad. It's not as bad as you think it is. It's going to be okay. You know, one of these days you'll see in the future, slowly but surely, you're getting ahead. It's going to be all right. You'll look back on this and you'll say, I was so worried, but it all turned out okay in the end, or whatever. Which we love. We love a good story like that. Let's see. This says, you should accept valid criticism. Okay. That's good advice. So maybe there's somebody who's giving you some critical feedback. I can see the Queen of Swords giving critical feedback. There are forces working against you. Oh. So you can accept valid criticism, but like, what are these forces working against you? I don't know. But it looks like you've got good fortune with the Beetle at the bottom of the deck. This is good luck. So didn't we see the Wheel of Fortune earlier? I think we did for like a second. But It's like, this is okay. We've got a fair man as well, dealing a relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. Yeah, it could be a man, it could be a woman, but it looks like somebody's got blonde, gray, or white hair, either way. And there's good news or good fortune coming in, a chain of events that'll affect your life. Somebody's not thinking clearly right now. I don't know who is not thinking clearly, but I think this is a message of encouragement to this person. That it's actually, you know, you're not quite seeing things clearly right now because you're upset, because you're suffering, because you're going through a hard time. It's not as bad as you think. It's not as bad as it looks. You know, you're going to be okay. There's prosperity and abundance are coming towards you. So whatever you're going through, this money that's coming in is definitely going to help you to get through it. So we've got the good fortune there. That's good. At least you've got some money. Keeping your life in balance. Yeah, you're straightening it out. Somebody's straightening out their life. So keep it in balance. When this abundance comes towards you, you definitely want to make sure you're balancing your accounts with that Two of Pentacles there, keeping things in balance. Somebody might want to apologize to you because they are straightening out their life, or you are, or something like that, and they want to reconcile with you because they're sad, they're brokenhearted about the past. That might be a different person than the new love that's coming towards you. And yeah, but there's something. Oh, the Empress. We've got the Ten of Cups, Three of Cups. Yeah, your outcome here is really good, very abundant. I love that for you. But there's a great personal sorrow to deal with this younger woman here. Beware of self-delusion. This goal-oriented person in a financial pinch is guaranteed success. The most difficult part of the situation is over. This was a period of frustration with lessons to be learned, but the worst of it is over. So that's very good. We love to hear it. Anything else for... I'm going to get an Oracle of the Radiant Sun for my Aries. Just one. We'll read it from the book, too. We'll look at that. Thank you. That's more than one, but we'll take it. That's two. We've got Bluff and Domination. Jupiter in Gemini and Mars in Sagittarius. Somebody might try to force you. There's these forces working against you. Somebody might try to force you to see things their way and do things their way according to their religion or their denomination or their value system or some sort of philosophy that they believe. I'm right, you're wrong. I'm going to do it my way. You should do it my way too. And that could be something to do with that energy I was picking up earlier of needing to do it your own way, being authentic to yourself, and really, I guess, ignoring people who don't have the right idea. Okay, like maybe sometimes it's good to accept valid criticism, but maybe it's also just as good to ignore people's opinions that don't really matter. Like if somebody has $40 in their bank account and that's it, you're not going to ask them for financial advice, are you? Unless you're asking what happened to all your money, how did you get into bankruptcy? Like how did you fail so that I can learn from your mistakes so that I don't end up like you? You know, like that, maybe that. Okay, so let's say there's somebody who's down and out, broke and bankrupt, and they try to give you criticism about what you're doing with your money. Maybe it's valid if they learned a hard lesson about their money and they see you possibly making the same mistake they did and you don't want to end up like them. Okay. Anyway, there's a Bluff here. Jupiter in Gemini, which is also this Eight of Swords is Jupiter in Gemini, that interference pattern where there's too much noise in the mind, too many cooks in the kitchen, too many opinions, too many back and forth, like opposite opinions, conflicting opinions. You know, maybe it's making it harder to just make a commitment or a decision. Like maybe this person that you're dealing with is coming from a religious background that is influencing their upbringing and the decisions that they make to this day. Wrong book, hold on. And they're listening to bad advice. Maybe somebody took bad advice. Yeah, somebody might have listened to some bad advice and now they regret it and the way that they treated you. somebody told them not to go out with you because you were a problematic person for some reason, and now it looks like you're like a millionaire and they're sorry. I don't know, maybe that's a little oversimplified, but it's just giving that energy, you know. Jupiter in Gemini, what's the significance? In a reading, this card indicates a need to throw oneself into an unfamiliar situation or challenge, just like that Fool card we saw earlier. This right here, even despite your negative expectations of love, throwing yourself into a challenging situation. Okay, challenging or unfamiliar situation, and use one's wits. Use your wits. Use your mind to bluff your way through the first stage. This is not a dishonest approach as it sounds. A brain surgeon has to make the first operation as confidently as if it were the 50th. The situation in which one has to impress others with knowledge. Discussions about business or legal affairs. A lecture or talk to a group or society. So yeah, it's like you're, okay, fake it till you make it, right? Just do it anyway. All right, that's how I feel. That's how I feel in that. Is that all? We got principles at the bottom of the deck here, Jupiter and Sagittarius. So that's somebody, it looks to me like this archway here, the same in the Ace of Pentacles, where they're exploring, and this is like the Fool card energy as well. They're exploring new territory, and they're finding an opportunity that's opening up for them in this on this adventure, and they're walking through the arch. They're taking that path into something new, the birth of a new enterprise, and they're very enthusiastic about it too. There's also this idea of, once again, with the Sagittarius energy here, and this Hierophant's hat in the religious iconography or whatever, the symbolism of the religions, it's giving enduring, timeless spiritual knowledge or teachings that it's best if you spend some time reading your spiritual books, whichever books appeal to you, whatever your denomination or your religion or your practice or your philosophy, there is a book for you, and there's information and wisdom in this book, even if it's financial. You know, it's about your value system, it's about your philosophy, it's about your principles. Maybe you already know what your principles are, right? But there is something that you could read that would actually enhance your understanding of your own values, principles, belief system. So if you like tarot and you like the symbolism of, I don't know, like Hermeticism or something, you might want to pick up some books on tarot or Hermeticism or the Book of Thoth, right? Whatever your religious scripture or your spiritual books, teachings are, it could be a book about crystals, and it's up to you. You know, I'm just saying different examples because it'll help make it clear, like, this is about a new understanding of your own value system, but it's also about opening up these doors for you, this portal to you, especially to this new career or this new money coming in. These investments, it could be like financial advice or financial literacy of some kind. Standing on principle, what you really believe in, and being able to really articulate what you believe and why you believe it, because you're quite educated. Yeah, there's somebody here that's quite educated in their field, and they feel like they're an expert, but you know what? There's always more you could learn. So maybe it's not from people who don't know as much as you do, but there could be people who know more than you, and you can learn from the people who know more than you, right? So that's where I'm going to leave it today, Aries. I hope this was helpful. I hope it was of service to you. On the bottom of my mushroom deck, we've got replenishment, bounty, and reward with the rainstorm here. I feel like you're being rewarded for your work that you've done. Replenished with this bounty, so it's like a rejuvenizing, regenerative influence here as well with this money, this abundance, this bounty, this reward for your hard work. Yeah, okay, that good fortune, just like in the beetle card right here. So all right, for real this time. That's what I've got for you today, Aries. I hope this was helpful. I hope it was of service to you. If you enjoyed this and you'd like a personal reading, my email's in the description box below. You can email me. I'll let you know how it works. You let me know what you need. But in any case, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye.